What's up everybody? So today I just want to show you guys my Storm Gray Snap-on toolbox. Most of my stuff is geared towards Subarus and also working on imports just because I used to work at a Subaru dealership. Let's just get right to it. Let's just get a zoomed out view for everyone. This is my top drawer, so my most used stuff. Let's just get right into over here. This is my most used ratchet. I love this thing. It's the Snap-on extra long flex head. It's super nice because it has the extra length, so you get the extra torque, and it has really fine teeth. I really like this ratchet. And the soft grip just feels so comfortable in the hand. Next over here, this is my Tecton ratchet. I actually bought this pretty recently. It's a 90 tooth, also a flex head. Has a really nice polish in the handle and everything, and the quality actually seems really nice. This is a 90 tooth, and at the price point I think it's only 25 to 30 bucks, so I think this is a really good bang for buck deal right here. Next, I actually use this one a lot. This is my Snap-on flex head 3/8 drive. I mainly use this for Subaru spark plugs just because it's really small and it gets into really tight spaces. It's a really nice ratchet. Also got this fix head right here, because sometimes you need a fix head and you want one. And this is one of my mini ones. This is a mini 1/4 inch Snap-on ratchet. When I first got this, I got this when I was in school in the Snap-on automotive set. And I was like, when the hell am I ever gonna use this tiny little ratchet? Well, funny enough, I actually use this a lot. I always use this when I don't want to like over torque a bolt, or I'm doing something in really tight spaces, kind of like interior work. And it's just a really good ratchet, surprisingly really useful. Also got the slightly longer version in the soft grip. This is also nice. It's all situational, flex head of course, and the soft grip. I love the soft grip. I think the only downside is it kind of gets dirty, but you could just clean them off. And eventually they get marred up. Kind of like this one. I mean, this one's seen better days, so like it's pretty beat up, but it's kind of worth it. You could just, I don't think they're too expensive from the Snap-on truck if you want them replaced. I also got this extra long 1/4 inch drive ratchet. It's for doing valve cover bolts, because on the Subarus you got the frame rails, and the rails are really close to the valve covers. Basically this ratchet just reaches it a lot better and gives me a lot of torque to take them off. Right here, I actually got this from my friend Todd. It's a trim tool. I use this quite a lot. I think you could only get this official Subaru trim tool from the Subaru school. So this is a really cool item here. Let me just put it all back. And let's just take a look over here. We got 1/2 inch, we got radiator hose picks. I really want the Snap-on one because the Snap-on ones, they aren't pointed like this, see? Let me just zoom in here. So this one is pointed. Because it's pointed, you kind of risk damaging the hoses. So the new Snap-on set, they're actually flat at the top. I might have to pick up one of those later on. Ooh, this is a really nice tool over here. This is for doing the Subaru drive lines. It's a 10mm by 12mm. Basically on the Subaru drive lines, you can't really fit like a ratchet on here. So this being low profile and extra long, you get that extra torque to take them off. So you don't have to use a tiny little box end to take them off. Got like a brake fluid tester right here. Tap sockets. Oh, I use these a lot. As you see, I use this one a lot. I use the shit out of this. I think this is a 14mm to take off the, let's see, the transmissions. The transmission bolts. This lets you reach it at a funny angle. It's nice, swivel. This set's made by Sunex, and it's holding up pretty well. As you can see, it's like all scuffed up and pretty beat up, but it's been treating me pretty good. Also got these magnetic sockets. These are freaking awesome. This one is 10mm, made by Chicago Pneumatic, as you see. Magnetic right there. It's really useful whenever you're doing interior stuff, or just when you don't want to lose a bolt. It's a really handy tool. I know Snap-on makes one, but they're so expensive. So I kind of went with the cheaper option and got this one made by Chicago Pneumatic. Let's see what else we got here. These are my socket trays. If you guys just take a look, I'll just zoom out for you guys. These socket trays are made by Westling Machining, and they're made out of billet aluminum. So it's just one piece of aluminum that they cut out, and they're also laser etched. And I really like these just because of the quality of them. And they're not terribly expensive. They're around $10 to $15 each socket tray. And I know if you just kind of like add these up, you probably have like $100 worth of socket trays. But hear me out here. You could go buy the Snap-on plastic ones or some of the Craftsman or whatever brand, and they end up costing from $5 to $10 to even $15 for the Snap-on ones. And you could actually get this instead. I mean, this is CNC aluminum. It doesn't move anymore. They're freaking sturdy and they look pretty. And that's what matters, right? They look pretty. I really like these socket trays. I've had these for a long time now, and they've been holding up really great. I also got these aren't Snap-on. Well, almost all my sockets are Snap-on, except for my impacts and such. Like this is all Snap-on, but I actually bought a set of these. This is made by Tecton. This is a 10 millimeter. I use this quite a lot. So as you see, it's pretty worn. These are pretty good. They hold up really good. I put them on my impact and my Ingersoll Rand, and they haven't broke once. I know Tecton, they aren't really a professional brand, but they also have a really great lifetime warranty. Even on this one, this ratchet right here, they have a really good warranty with them. So if you ever break it, send them an email and they'll just replace you one. It's really awesome. And I've actually warrantied quite a few Tecton tools, and they really stand behind the product. So I definitely recommend them. Again, I'm kind of more of those bang for buck deals. Not all my stuff is Snap-on, and I don't believe you really need Snap-on everything to be a mechanic. I think for things like your ratchets, something that you use every day, or kind of like this one, if it's a tool that you use every day, go ahead, buy the best. But if it's a tool that you don't use a lot, like once in a while, I recommend getting the off-brands, because you actually get pretty decent and really good quality tools at a fraction of the price. Like these Tecton ones. I mean, I've had these for years now, and they've lasted quite a long time. Right here, I got the Snap-on Hex. I got some, let's see, these are all extensions right here with impacts. These are my most used pliers. Oh, I love these things. These are the Snap-on cutters. These side cutters are freaking awesome, and they're really sharp. And I kind of have a story of this. I was installing air suspension on one of my friend's Subaru Legacy GT, and he brought out this Husky one, and I was trying to cut those airlines and it wouldn't freaking cut. I'm like, God damn it, why are these so hard to cut? And then he handed me one of these Snap-on ones, and just cut it like butter. I was like, oh God, Snap-on. Sold me right there. But this awesome set, I got a duckbill, needle nose. You always need a needle nose. This is a really nice one. This is made by Lyle. And basically this removes the hoses a lot easier. They separate it like that. Pretty awesome tool. Oh, this is one of my favorite tools when I was a lube tech. This is a filter wrench tool made by Husky. You could buy this at Home Depot. And this one grips really good. I've never really had this one slip. So this is a really nice tool for 10 bucks. Let's see, I got measuring brakes. I got this one, Harbor Freight tool right here. Removes all the plastic trims. Not the best quality, as you can see. It's already kind of funky at the tip, but whatever. I know Cornwell sells this set too, but it's blue and has a soft grip handle. But you could buy almost the same one by Sunex, and I think this is only $30. Really good value. You want a T70 for your Subaru drain plugs for the differentials. And ooh, this is a really nice tool right here. This is a torque wrench that I use for just basically torquing smaller bolts that you want to be precise in, you know, like airbags or seat belts. And what's special about this, and you can actually purchase directly from Snap-on, is this normally is a 1/4 inch head. But I got this in a 3/8, which is really nice, just because as you can see, I don't really have that many quarter inch stuff. It's kind of an incomplete set. But with the 3/8 head, I have I kind of lose clearance, but I have a lot more options to choose from. So this is a really nice tool. I'm kind of going a little long on this, but let's just go right here. This is my wrench drawer. Just zoom out here for you guys. I got some pry bars right here. I just got this not too long ago. You can actually get this at Home Depot for 10 bucks. So this is a really nice pry bar for 10 bucks. I generally use this hooked end. Basically on Subaru low control arms, you use that hook end to just pull it out really quick. I got some Tecton just these little stubbies for doing, let's see, the power steering lines when it's really tight. So I didn't go with snap-on just because I don't do a lot of those. So I just went with the cheaper set. The set's like 40 bucks. So it's pretty awesome. It works really good. They hold up well. Also got this extra long 1/2-inch drive with the soft grip just to remove the head bolts. I really like this, especially with the soft grip. When you're putting a lot of torque on it, the soft grip just makes your hand not hurt as much. Kind of got this medium length. I use that quite a lot. I bought these trim tools on Amazon thinking I would use it a lot, but I've actually never touched these. I haven't used these once, so it's kind of a waste. But you know, when you need them, you need them. I got the snap-on line wrenches. I got a crescent right here. This is really nice. It's red, kind of badass. I don't use this as much as I should. Sometimes when I'm doing like brake lines, I'll use this stuff. I bought some Capri. These are the Capri ratcheting wrenches. I think they're like 90 tooth or 100 tooth. They're really smooth. Take a listen. Yeah, so the snap-on set, I mean, it's ludicrously expensive, so obviously I didn't go with that one. And I read good reviews, and these seem to be holding up. They kind of mimic the Flank Drive Plus, as you can see with the serration and the teeth on there. But it's full polish, seems really nice. I've been enjoying them so far. Got my snap-on combination wrenches right here. Got some of the mini ones. Got some picks when you need picks, doing like O-rings and such. I actually bought these a long time ago. These are the mountain ratcheting wrenches, and they're like extra long. I actually used the piss out of this. As you see, I taped it, and the reason I taped this is kind of like a mechanics trick. These are really flexy. Right now it's not flexy. Let me grab another one for you guys. So like right here, the head right here, let me focus. It flexes really easily, especially when you're in like a tight space and you're trying to reach. It kind of flexes on you. So a little trick that you could do is just put some tape on there just to hold it in place so it's not moving on you while you're, you know, like let's say you're doing a seat belt. You got to stick it in there. You got to take it out like that. So this is a really nice tool. I use this a lot doing brakes, all sorts of stuff. This is really great. So I highly recommend it. It's made by Mountain. I saw a lot of techs using them. That's why I bought them. So it's not a bad set. Let's move on right here. It's probably my plier drawer. Nothing really special here. I don't have any like a lot of snap-on pliers or anything. This is probably my only snap-on one right here. I got my scope. This is I forgot what this is. Oh, this is a Lang tool made in USA. It's pretty nice. Snap ring pliers. They're adjustable. Got some Milwaukee scissors. These are really nice actually. I bought these from Cornwell. I use this quite a lot when I was doing engines. Has this nice soft grip, and it's got the spring to spring it back, and this is just for removing hoses. You kind of have to be careful, you don't want to damage it, but this is a really nice tool, especially when you're trying to pull it by hand. You can't really pull it by hand. Some pliers just make it a lot easier. This is actually a really nice tool. I really love this tool right here. This is to remove the exhausts. You know, on the hangers, you can just push them out. They make it a lot easier in your hands. I actually busted my knuckle before trying to do that, just doing it by hand. I got some of this. Oh, this is a nice tool too. This is to remove the hose clamps. It kind of locks it. I really like it. Let's move down here. I got the Cornwell extra long screwdriver set. I use this not that much, but sometimes when it's in like a really hard to reach place, kind of like when you're under the tranny and there's like, you know, something under there that you need to like move or like pry at. I know these aren't pry bars, but I kind of use them as such. I got these Cornwell. These are really nice for removing the oil pans because this one's kind of more rigid, so you kind of just pop it out like that. I kind of use this a lot more just because it has that handle there, You can use a hammer, just tap them in, and then this one's actually a little more flexible like that. And because it's more flexible, you could like maneuver it around. Got some more extensions. This is kind of like my junk drawer stuff, you know. This is for doing like the belts, the one-time use belts. I got some picks. After I watched the Real Tool reviews on these breaker bars, I actually went ahead and bought one just because he said how good it was. And he could sell any tool to me, that guy. But it works pretty well sometimes when I need to use I use this. This is for hanging brake calipers when I'm doing brakes, just so I'm not stretching the lines. Magnetic tool. These are this is a nice set. This is made by Vim Tools. Got this for working on European cars, Volkswagens. Also got this set right here. This is kind of like the really small, low profile version too. Works pretty well. Let's move on. Getting down here. This is kind of like my measurement section. Not everything's measurement, but I kind of go by it. You got some files, a file here. These are extractors. These are actually the Blue Point set that has the feeler gauge, tap and dies, some adjustable pry bars when doing engines and removing heads, machinist rulers down there. This is a AST fuel line disconnect for the Subarus. This is a special tool that it's like a T-handle, but it screws into Subaru heads, and you just hold the heads like this instead of carrying it yourself. Plastic scraper. Works pretty well. Let's go on the next one. It's my electrical drawer. I got, got the snap-on set right here. This is a really nice set. It's crazy expensive. I spent too much on these, but oh my god, they work so good. Basically, these are just leads for your meter. As you see, it's got all sorts of things. Works really well. I love it. I love this thing. I paid way too much for it, but it's an awesome little set. Got my snap-on meter. Guys, don't buy the snap-on meter, buy the Fluke one. I think the Fluke one's a little more superior, to be honest. That's why I went ahead and bought this Fluke. This measures the temperature when you need it to. Works really well. Wire strippers. Those are my janky test leads that I use sometimes. Got a heat gun. This is a caulking gun. So when you're building motors, you gotta use like Fuji Bond to put in the heads. This is a cool switch for testing starters. Power probe. I just bought this, haven't really used this that much, but I've seen people use it and it works really well for diag. This for my air. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, this is my hammer drawer, all my heavy duty stuff. I've got some bits here, hex bits, Torx bits, all sorts of bits right here. I'm not gonna bore you with all that, but I got some hammers. I got this Astro pneumatic air chuck. This has been with me for so long. Works so good. Pretty accurate too. I got, I wanna show you guys this right here. I'm running out of room, as you can see, but this is a Tecton hammer. It's a drilling hammer. It's super heavy. It's 3 pounds. It works really good, and like in the hand and the soft grip, it just feels like a really quality piece. I definitely recommend this if you guys are looking to get a drilling hammer. Let's just put it back nice and neat. I got an Ingersoll Rand right here. Works pretty well. I got some Misc, just like when I'm working around brake components. Kind of helps. This is a Cornwell tool. This is, you could extract or put in fluid in tight spaces. Works pretty well. That's my punch set. Let's go on over here. This is my screwdrivers, all my screwdrivers. I got the snap-on ones, and I actually was at Home Depot and I saw these really nice Milwaukee screwdrivers, and they looked really nice. The handles just feel really comfortable. I honestly think it's a little more comfortable than the snap-on one. The snap-on one, they're like triangular in shape. They're really aggressive and they feel pretty good, and you can put a lot of torque on these. But for everyday comfort, I tend to reach for that more just because it's a rounded handle. I just like it a little bit more. Let's move on down here. This is my impact drawer, all my air tools, electric tools. I got the DeWalt 20 volts. Those are freaking awesome. They last all day. I got the Air Cats. These are heavy duty. They work pretty good. I actually had not a snap-on one. I had an Ingersoll Rand one that I broke. That's because I was abusing it and throwing it and not oiling it as I should. But I've been oiling these, working a lot better. Got this Milwaukee right here. These Milwaukees are awesome. 5-year warranty. Works really good. I got this Milwaukee electric ratchet. I use this a lot actually. This one's really nice. I got this SP Tools. This is a SP Tools air ratchet. It's low profile, so it gets in really tight spaces. I like this one. Got punch. I got a torque limiter tool. And then down here, it's mainly, it's not that special. I got a scope here. What's this? Oh, this is a Dremel scope. I got compression tester. This is all snap-on stuff. Compression tester, leak down tester. I don't even remember what's right here. Oh, this is my cooling system tester. You actually use shop air. I got like a cheap Autel scanner just to scan really quick. And yeah, that's my whole toolbox. One of the complaints I would have is the drawers. You would think like being snap-on the drawers would just be freaking awesome, but sometimes when you're like, especially on this longer drawer right here, when you're opening it, it kind of like flexes kind of weird, kind of like that. You see that? Kind of, it doesn't go out even sometimes. But I love the color. It lasts really long. I really enjoy it. And so that's my Snap-on Toolbox tour. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed making it just because I'm a tool fanatic and I really love tools. I hope you guys found something that you wanted to buy or a tool that you never really seen before. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.